There's actually a video about this neighborhood called the worst ghetto in the entire state of North Carolina. But yet, I come here all the time to dig. If this is the worst the state has to offer, then I think that's pretty good. Actually, the neighborhood they were at was a few blocks to the left, but we'll document this area. One of these vacant lots right in here produced a really fun privy. Found a Pink Hill embossed milk bottle worth several $100s. The privy was just loaded. Of course, it was loaded with 30 stuff, but it was pretty fun because there was like 55 bottles in there. And this neighborhood, this lot right here, had 5 or 6 houses on it. But somehow this end lot right here, I could never find any privies for this one. And I've tried it 5 or 6 times. But I'm going to try it one more time since we only have about 10 minutes of light left. It's a new day, a new privy. I've checked this lot many times before, but I tried it again and found yet another one. So let's see what's down in here. I think it's going to be older than most of them. I'm hoping for some 1915 to 1925 stuff. Okay, we're down there almost 4 feet and I haven't found a single piece of glass yet. But then again, nobody ever said 100% of privies had bottles in them. 1% of them are empty. But there are some bricks. That one just came out at the 3.5 foot level, so you know somebody dug a hole here for some reason way back in the old days. Obviously it's a privy because of the way the walls look. You can see all that rust and black streaks in there. That's not how natural dirt looks. Somebody had to have dug here during the pre-COVIDian era. Okay, I found another one. This one's really small, but odds are it's gonna produce something at least, not like that last one. Oh well, that was another dud. It was just a trash pit and bottles were not part of the trash. Just a lot of brick shards and rusty stuff. So, third time's the charm. Let's get on to another one. Okay, I've moved on to another part of town where it's literally a ghost town section. This is a flood zone, so after Hurricane Floyd about 23 years ago, I think it was, they tore down about 52 houses over here. But they were not that old. They were from the teens somewhere. But they're all over 100 years old. But it was the most poverty-stricken part of town, and this is a poor town to begin with. There were literally shotgun shacks. So it would seem odd that they would throw away any bottles that were returnable. But there are definitely some privies out here someplace, so I'm going to try and find some. Okay, I've located one along this fence line. I was thinking about giving up because it didn't seem right anymore, but then I just noticed a marble. That's not good. That's from the 50s. Yep, they still used outhouses in the 50s in this area. That's another drawback. That's why nobody's dug here before. Who wants to dig poverty-stricken 1940s and 50s privies? There's even deer in this area. Can you see that one way up there? Off to the left. In the middle of the screen. It's hard to see it. Well, I probed hundreds of different spots and I'm just not having any luck, so I think I'll go back to the normal part of town and try a few lots I've already worked on. Okay, we got a giant backhoe tearing down some of the project houses for some reason. I know they did that years ago in another location, and it produced a good spot for me to dig, and I actually found some great bottles. But they got it all fenced off. And I haven't even checked the maps to see if there's any potential there. But there is potential right here. There was a church here over 100 years ago, And this other lot between here and there. This lot had several houses over there, so I've tried it already years ago, but never did find anything, so I'm going to try it again. Okay, I've located a privy over here, and it's behind a house that could be from around 1905, so we might find something good. Okay, I just flipped a bottle out of there, and it turned out to be a 1947 era. Dang it. Paint's not even perfect on the front. Of course, it's perfect on the back, but it says Kinston on it. I don't even have my spray with me. Not sure if it'd be worth preserving it or not, because the front's kind of wrecked. I just gotta hope that that's kind of a trash pit on top of a privy, because sometimes you will find 1940s and 50s bottles, and then deeper it gets suddenly a lot older. Because, you know, the hole would sink down, so then they'd have an extra hole in the backyard, and then 30 years later they'd use it for a shallow trash pit. Okay, I'm not liking that one too much. It only goes about another foot, and I'm assuming it's going to be just a modern trash pit. So I probed over here, and I feel some bottles definitely way down at the 3.5 foot level. So that feels like a real privy. So I'm going to open this one up and see what's in there. Okay, I'm getting down to the layer. I feel several bottles showing up. Dang it. That looks like a 1935. Yeah, right after Prohibition ended and they started making whiskeys again, they looked a lot like that. So it's not as old as I was hoping, but at least it's a little bit older than the dump. Maybe. Yeah, we're getting these again. Yeah, these are generally from the 30s. It's about the same as all those dumps around here. But what do we got? Something good. Alright, a Whitehouse. A nice detailed embossing of the Whitehouse itself. Never can find too many of these. It's been a long time since I found one, actually. Well, no, it hasn't been that long, but the one I did find recently was the screw top, and the embossing was really weird looking. This is a beautiful example. Okay, what do we got now? Another flask. Yeah, definitely early 30s. Well, mid 30s. Is that a half-gallon bleach? No. Some kind of food. Whoa. Yeah, it's another Whitehouse. A fancy shape. Patented, of course. Yeah, these people like their Whitehouse products. You can even see it. It's got the label still intact. It says apple something or other. Okay, put it on macro so you can read it better. It's a little too far gone to try to preserve it, but it's interesting nevertheless. Okay, what else have we got down here? It's kind of loaded. Feel something else. Okay, a worthless kind of cosmetic, I think. Something really big. Another one of those. But it's actually different. Obviously the same company, but when you put them side by side, you can see they're different. One's got a long neck and the shape's a little different, and this one has kind of a bell-shaped bottom on it. But those are worth at least $10 each. Okay, what do we got? Is it a skull and crossbones poison? Oh, dang. No, but it sure looks like one. Probably is one of those mixture of chromes, but it just doesn't have the skull on it. Dang it. More mid-30s liquor bottles. Alright, another one just came out now. So for a mid-30s hole, which is still considered Great Depression era, we are doing quite well. Another $20 bottle. We got like $60 worth at least. Okay, we're hitting the bottom already, so but we still got some more stuff. Feels like a soda. Oh no, not a big Frosty. And it's even got a giant chip out of the top. And of course it's a Whitehouse, which is the super common variety, so that's not really worth anything. It's only a $2.50 bottle in mint condition. Okay, we got something else coming out. A milk bottle. Oh, please don't be a slick. Dang it, we were doing so well until now. Well, it's a blank, and it's got a bruise on it anyway. Dang it. What was that? Something... What the heck? It looks like a bitters. What the heck, man? This is weird. An aqua bitter style bottle, but with no embossing and machine made. That is really strange. Yeah, bitters still did make a comeback in the early 30s. So I'm thinking it is a bitters because that is kind of an alcoholic beverage. For a slick, it's really kind of unique. I've never found one. Alright, I think we got a soda. Oh, dang it. Don't make me complain so much. Don't give me these $2 sodas. It's just a knee high. And of course it's from Columbus, Georgia. But it doesn't have any caseware at least. Might get $3 on a good day for that. They're just so common though. But right before that I found a baby nursing bottle. But it is also slick because they usually have an embossed picture of a rabbit or a cat or a dog or something like that on them. So that's only worth a couple dollars. Okay, well that was a typical 30s hole. We did get 3 of these altogether. And we just pulled this one out. It's a nice shade of aqua. McEllers Cardui. Yeah, it's kind of got a vibrant greenish aqua. And of course a slick. At least it's a cork top. But I am sure there's another hole real close that's going to be older. Okay, I got another hole located right over here. Feels kind of shallow, probably just a trash pit. But let's open it up and see what's in there. Well, it's only producing pieces of coal, so that's not going to be worthwhile. But over here I just located another one. Very sparse feeling, but that could be indicative of an older one then. Okay, I dug another pit and it's not producing much of anything, and it did produce this, but it looks like 1940 era whiskey, so probably not worth continuing. It's pretty sparse anyway. And a brief wrap up of the 30s privy I dug. We got the beautiful Whitehouse. Gotta love that. Such a classic design. Nice sharp one with the pour spout. And then the other one. Can you tell any difference between the embossing on that one? I think this one is more detailed. So there's a lot of variations to these. So I'm going to put about a $22 value on that one. Maybe it's worth even slightly more. I don't really know. And then this one. And this one, I decided to leave the label on it. Not sure if it's worthwhile. Probably should wash it off. It doesn't look very good. And then the aqua bitter style bottle.